Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great start to your day. Thompson Toyota, ladies and gentlemen, Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Oh my goodness, windy. Extremely windy. We're gonna have to do a mic check on this and make sure you guys can hear me. I don't even know how good my filming was today. It wasn't windy until I got here, and then it got bad. So let's see who's around today. It's pretty early. It's got to be around 7:15, 7:20-ish. Jonathan, Jim, what's up, pal? How you doing? Good to see you guys. So we're going to do a mic check before anything, and since Jonathan and Jim, you guys are here often, let me know if you hear a lot of wind in my mic. I'm purposely going to stand into the wind. Leroy, what's up? It's insanely windy here. Like, it's hard to film, but we're going to do it anyway. So hopefully get through it. I have one of those little like wind socks on my microphone. Hopefully it helps. Tom, good morning, sir. Greg, how we doing? JT says, good morning from Houston, Texas. Say hello to Layla and Larissa for me, please and thank you. Good morning. Hello, Layla and Larissa. Thank you for being here so much. It's a beautiful morning. It's windy, but it's good. So I'm glad you guys are here. You're going to make the show better. So thank you. Sounds fine. Good. Morning, Caesar. Not really good. All right, keep me updated on the mic noise. Again, very windy, so I apologize for that. Caesar, what's going on? Laredo, Texas in the house. Leroy says it sounds okay. Scott says mic okay. Love it. Alan, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, cool. So if the mic's good, let's rock and roll. I got the wind behind me, and I'm going to try to rock with that the whole time. So I want to start right with the main event of the video. I didn't plan to do this because I didn't even know this truck was here. Thank you. You can hear me just fine. I very much appreciate it. So people ask all the time, the ones that are in the market for the 2026 Toyota Tundra, there's some of you that want nothing to do with the new generation, and you're happy in your second gen, and there's a lot of great Tundras out there for second gen with the V8 still, but I made a video the other day. You might want to act fast because I feel like those prices are going to go up again because of demand, but that's just my opinion. But for those that do contact me and are looking for 2026 Tundras, they have a lot of questions. Well, the ultimate answer I could give you, and everybody's different, so this isn't one of those like this is fact. This is just my opinion. Everyone should start here when they're looking for a 2026 Toyota Tundra. This is a limited TRD off-road, and this actually has a little extra flavor on it today because it has the iForce Max. I do see limited TRD off-roads fairly often, but never with the iForce Max, so that's pretty cool. So why limited over other trims of Toyota Tundra? Well, you have SR and SR5 under limited, and for a lot of people out there, a more basic Tundra is what they're looking for, and that, my friends, is when you should definitely go check out SR, which is the base model of Toyota Tundra. It doesn't come with a lot of options, but we'll still get the job done if you just want a truck and you don't want any of the extra frill. SR5 is a step up from that. Pretty basic truck, but you could do a lot more things, and you could start adding a lot more features to it. But it still comes with fabric seats, a small infotainment screen, as far as some of your features, and that's what we're talking about, more like a luxury feature like setup. SR5, you could get a double cab still. You could get a double cab with the 6.5 foot bed, the 8.1 foot bed, Crew Max with the 5.5 foot bed, Crew Max with the 6.5 foot bed. You could get the SX package, which is an appearance package. You could get a TRD off-road. But the reason I always say limited is because limited is the trim where you basically meet the beginning levels of Tundra to the luxury trims of Tundra. It's right in the middle, and you could add a lot of luxury features to limited and still save a lot of money, because once you get up into say like a 1794 or Capstone or Platinum, you are in a position where you have to get the features because everything comes with that truck. But on a limited, you can add the stuff you want and keep off some of the other stuff you don't want and save money like that. So for instance, I can't tell you what the price is now because it's blocked by the 14-inch screen, but it looks like everything has a $2,000 or so discount. So we won't speculate. We'll just use the sticker price of $69,908 for an iForce Max. If you take away the iForce Max engine with this exact setup, just with the regular 3.4 liter twin turbo V6, that price is gonna go down around $3,500 to $3,800. So you'll save even more money. And then there's the discount. So you could get into a truck around, I would say, lower 60s that has premium auto leveling headlights, TRD off-road package, which gives you the locking rear diff multi-terrain select crawl control. This has the 360 camera, Bilstein shocks. On the inside, you get leather trim seats. Let's hopefully we could see them with the glare. So for 2026 Unlimited, leather trim seats that are heated and ventilated in the front, memory function for driver, 14-inch screen is standard, digital gauge cluster is standard. This does not have the pano roof, but you can get the pano roof Unlimited. And that's what I'm talking about when I say you can kind of add stuff you want and keep off other stuff you want when you're sitting there looking for a Limited. Now, a pano roof is standard. You have to get it on Platinum 1794 and Capstone and TRD Pro, but Unlimited, you can add and subtract. That's why I think this truck is the biggest bang for your buck. Not to mention the fact that you could still get it where you can get a 6.5 foot bed or a 5.5 foot bed on your Crew Max. They don't have double cabin Limited anymore. You could go iForce Max, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. When you add TRD Off-Road Unlimited, it body colors the truck out, so it's one of the best looking Tundras out there as well. I mean, just look at that thing. That's amazing, right? Beautiful. So for anyone, it's gonna be a different answer for everyone because some people, again, they want a lot of luxury, so then you're gonna go into the upper trims. Some people just want the basic Tundra, not a lot going on. You're gonna go lower trims. But if people ask me, I get it a lot where they're like, if you could only pick one Tundra, what would it be? It would be this. Limited TRD Off-Road, I feel like is the best of all worlds. And when you start adding packages like Limited Premium Package, that's what adds the premium auto leveling headlights and the trailer assist package. If you add Limited Power Package, that adds the wireless charger and the bed lights and outlet. So this one, my friends, 100% right here. That's my pick. And here's right next door. If you don't want the TRD off-road equipment, but you still want the look, I love that they put these two next to each other. This is a Limited Nightshade, all right? So this is, see how they're both body color? The difference is, this is TRD off-road. So going TRD off-road body colors, I want to show you what the TRD off-road package costs on this. It's gonna be about $3 grand. Yeah, $35.80 for the TRD off-road package. So if you want the look, but you don't want the equipment, you go Nightshade Unlimited, which is just an exterior appearance package. Okay, does nothing to the inside, doesn't add shocks or anything. It just body color and blacks out the outside. And guess what? It's only $450 for this appearance package here. So $35.80 for more equipment. But if you're not going to use it, but you want the look, Nightshade, ladies and gentlemen, $450 appearance package Unlimited. Now, let's get caught up because a lot of comments were coming in when I was going through all that. So if I miss anything, I apologize. And again, I hope the wind is not bothering you. Good morning to everyone. There's a lot of good mornings there. Sorry I missed all of you. Let's see. Jim is checking in from Rome, Italy. I like it. I went to Rome. It was a good time. Since the dealers have trouble moving these trucks, would they sell it and ship it to outside America? You'd have to contact the dealership, and it's going to depend on where you're looking in the country because some areas have trouble selling Tundras, but Tundras are selling actually pretty well still. I really look forward to seeing the sales numbers for this upcoming month, though. Let's see. Same here. I almost pulled trigger on a 1794, but just can't do it with all the engine issues. Hopefully things get worked out in 2027. I hope Toyota comes out and explains a little more. I should tell you that real quick. Okay, first off, this week. Let me just tell you about this week because I have not been on the channel very often, and I apologize for that. We had a funeral earlier in the week. One of our close family members passed, so I had to, go to the funeral and everything. The day I came home from the funeral, I woke up the next morning with like the flu. So I had like the flu all week. This is my first day out of the house again. So I'm not well versed in the defect report that came out. I made a video on it, but usually I study those reports and read them really well. So I got to go home and get well versed on it to see what Toyota said about, the issue with adding more Tundras to the engine recall up into the early 2024 model year. I believe it was up to February 2024. So I got to go home and read that a little bit more before I can make comments on that. So I apologize. Rough week, let me tell you. Let's see. Nicholas, good morning. Go Islanders is right. Absolutely. Leroy, good morning. How are you? Charles, how you doing? I'll stick with my 1794 TRD with the 6.5 foot bed, iForce only. Yeah, absolutely. One thing I want to show you, and this might be somebody's vehicle. So, you know how I always talk about the Limited TRD off-roads being body color when you add TRD off-road? For 22 and 23, that wasn't the case. This is a Limited TRD off-road, again, from 22 or 23. I think it's somebody's vehicle. But at that time, it would add TRD equipment like the TRD grille and the 20-inch wheels, but it would keep the machine silver and chrome. Then in 2024, they changed that. When you add TRD off-road Unlimited, it body colors the whole truck. So just keep that in mind. If you're shopping used and you're confused by that, that's why it changed in 2024. But we don't usually see these, so I thought it'd be pretty cool to show you. And then, of course, there's always the SR5 TRD Off-Road, Crew Max with the 5.5 foot bed. She's a real beaut, Clark, you know? This is the basic that I was talking about. Some people don't want all the extras. This is a fabric seat, 8-inch screen, could still tow over 10,000 pounds. Doesn't have a lot going on, but you still get locking rear diff, multi-terrain select crawl control, Bilstein shocks, 18-inch wheel and tire package with the Michelin tires, regular 3.4 liter twin turbo V6. Cannot get the hybrid on SR5. So let me just give you a quick, well, there's really not much to show you. Thompson Toyota is one of my favorite dealerships. I haven't been here in a long time. Inventory around my area is so crazy. Some dealerships get 60, some don't. So I'm glad I'm able to be here today. Let me know which one you think in the comments below is your favorite. You got the Limited with the TRD Off-Road iForce Max engine. That's my pick, of course. You have the Nightshade, which is the Blueprint Limited. Once again, $450 add-on appearance package. You have the SR5 TRD Off-Road in the Celestial Silver. You have the iForce Max 6.5 foot bed with the trailer Wi-Fi system, Lunar Rock 1794. And you have the SR5 TRD. Which one are you taking home? There are two up front here that I'm going to show you in tomorrow's video because that's the reason we came here. So stay tuned for those tomorrow. But I thank you guys for watching. I love this dealership. They leave a sign in the window. If you guys have watched me for a while, they used to put this in the truck when I would come and do a walk here, and then they just put it up on the window and it's pretty much there all the time. So thank you to Thompson Toyota, Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Great dealership, great people. If you come here and talk to Mike, the sales manager, and tell him you are a viewer of my channel, he'll give you another $500 off on any of these Tundras. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I was sick all week. I'm just trying to get all caught up with you, but thanks for being here. As always, God bless the United States of America. God bless the troops and first responders, and God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a great day. Wait until you see this one tomorrow and the one behind it. Take care.